Hi guys, welcome back to lesson 4-2 from Accounting 1. So let's talk about what we need to do in 4-2. In 4-2, what we're doing is we are posting separate amounts from the journal to the general ledger. So transferring the information from a journal entry to a ledger account is called posting. Basically what happens is we take the information from our journal and we move it to the individual ledger accounts. And here are the steps. We start with the date, and we write the date here on the general ledger section. We write the journal page number where the posting reference goes. So the page number from the journal, number 1, goes right here in posting reference. We write the debit amount. And then we write the new account balance. So we know that supplies is a normal balance of debit, and so it does need to go there. Then we take the account number from the general ledger and we move it and put it to the posting reference in the journal. Now, one thing you need to know is that we're only going to be doing the general columns at this time. We're going to ignore the sales credit and the cash debit and credit. So the special columns we're ignoring. We're only doing the debits and credits from the general column right now. So once we get a second account, like this is the second account we posted for supplies, we write the date. All we have to do is put the 5 there, right? We put the journal page number, we write the debit amount, and then we write the new account balance. Because this is a debit and the balance is a debit, we would add it in. So 165 plus 220 is 385. And then we'd return to the journal and write the account number to show that we have posted it to the general ledger. Okay. So posting an amount from the general credit column, it is done exactly the same way. Remember that capital is a normal balance of credit. So let's go. We write the date. We write the journal page number in the posting reference. We write the credit amount of 2,000. We write the new account balance. Since this is the first transaction, the new account balance is just 2,000. And then we take we go back to the journal and write the account number to show that we've posted it. So there's 5 steps, right? Write the date, write the journal page number in the posting reference column, put in the debit or credit amount, calculate and write the new account balance in the balance debit or balance credit column, and then return to the journal and write the account number in the posting reference of the journal. Okay, are the totals of the general debit and general credit columns posted? Why or why not? No, each separate amount in the general debit and general credit columns of a journal is posted to the account written on the account title column. And then you'll see we'll post the special columns separately. So it's not the totals at the very bottom that are posted. It is just the individual ones. And that's it for this section. So let's go to MindTap and let's go to our 4-2, posting separate amounts from a journal to a general ledger. Go ahead and pause me and read through your reading activity, lesson 4-2, and answer through the questions. And when you unpause, we're going to go ahead and do OWP 4-2 end of lesson review. Okay, so now that you've read through the reading activity, lesson 4-2, let's get started. So there are 3 sections. So introduction to the OWP ledger. So basically you're just going to read through this and answer the questions. The OWP ledger is just, they're just basically showing you exactly what you did in the book, but it's allowing you to get a better understanding of what that is. So we're going to go ahead and start. I want you to do that on your own. If you have any questions, you should contact me, but let's go ahead and start on the work together. Okay, so Omar Boj owns a service business that uses the previous accounts that are here in the chart of accounts. Post the separate amounts on each line of the journal that need to be posted individually. Select a check mark when necessary. So let's go through. We're going to start with Omar Boj Capital. We come down to the capital account. We open it up. Right here, we have to put the entire date. So APR, period, space, 1 is how the date goes. Nothing goes here. Posting reference is the page number from the journal. In this case, it's page number 1. We're going to post the credit. Now, Capital is a credit normal balance, so the balance goes right here in the credit balance column. Now we take this account number 310, and we are going to come put it here, 310. The drop-down menu is for the check mark, so we don't actually have to do the check mark right now. Now, the special columns, nothing is done with. We're only doing the general columns. Okay, prepaid insurance. Let's come down, open prepaid insurance. It's the first line, so we have to put the date, APR, .1. I think I did a comma. And we are going to, nothing goes there, posting reference number 1. That is a debit, so 330 is the debit. Prepaid, sorry guys. Prepaid insurance is an asset account, so the asset account normal balance side is debit, so that's a debit balance as well. And we're going to take this account number of 140 and we're going to put it right here, 140. Okay, now we're on supplies. Open the supplies account. We're going to put April, base 4th. Oh, you know what? Let me double check prepaid supplies. I feel like I put the wrong date. I sure did. I'm glad I caught that. So we're going to change April 1 to April 3rd. Okay, now let's go back and open supplies again, April 4th. Our posting reference is the page number, which is page number 1. And it is a debit of $160 and the balance to debit 160 because it's an asset account. And then this account number 130, we're going to put right here, 130. Next is accounts payable ready supply. So come to accounts payable ready supply. We're going to put the date, APR 4. It's the 4th. It's a 1 is the posting reference, and it is a credit balance, a credit of 160. Now, accounts payable ready supply is a liability account. The normal balance of a liability account is the credit side. So our balance is going to be in the credit side here. Now we take the account number 210 and we put it right here. Now, this one, look, both sales credit and the debit for cash are in special columns. There's nothing for us to post, so that's when we just put the check mark. Accounts receivable Dan Carroll. Let's go to accounts receivable Dan Carroll. We're going to put the date, which is April the 9th, APR 9. Posting reference is a 1. Our debit is for $122, and our debit balance is $122. I take the account number, and I'm going to put it up here. Next is rent expense. And rent expense happened on the 12th. So APR 12, posting reference is a 1, and a rent expense is a debit for $260. Expense is a normal debit account, a normal debit balance. And we're going to take the account number 510 and put it right up here. Now, my next one is accounts payable ready supply again. So we're on the second line. So all we have to do is put the number of the date. So that is 15. Posting reference is still 1. However, this case we're doing $80 in the debit column. Okay, now this is when it gets a little bit tricky because we have a credit balance and we're doing a debit. That decreases it. So that means my balance is now $80, right? If this was a credit of $80, that would increase my credit account. Now I take the 210 and I'm going to put it right here. Now, accounts receivable Dan Carroll is our next one. We're on the second line. And so we just have to put the day, the 16th. Put a 1. It is a credit of $65. So because we have a debit balance and we are crediting to that balance, that means we subtract it. 122 minus $65 is $57. Then we take this account number 120 and we put it up here. And then finally, we have a drawing account. It is on April 25th. April 25th. Posting reference is a 1. It is a debit, and that normal balance is a debit. And so then we take our account number of 320 and we put it up here, 320. And I like to just make sure that I put something in every one, the check marks there. Now, these totals we don't post. We're instead in the next section, we're going to post these totals. So you don't have to post all those individually. You're just going to post the totals only. So we can save and continue now. And if you notice, we can open it. Oh, it didn't actually show us anything. So they're wanting us to do the on your own. So what I want you to do is do the on your own and then show me that you know how to do it by turning it in, and then we'll be all done with that section. If you have any questions, please let me know. And that's all we have for this section. Thank you, guys.